Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Cup of Joe. It's your boy, JonahThing, and you know what? I was kind of thinking I would drag out this intro since we left off on a cliffhanger. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm sure you're not waiting to see what happens next. I'm sure you're not dying to know. I'm sure that, the whole big thing, the spiel. It's nothing. What do I have to talk about? Oh, stuff. School's going. Other stuff's happening. All right, I can't wait any longer. Let's roll. The next moment, I felt something soft on my lips. Her lips. I felt paralyzed. I was so confused that I even forgot how to breathe. I was only able to focus on our lips touching each other. Just a little more. Again, our lips met. Our lips were moist and wet due to our body heat. Every time I moved, she strengthened her grip around me. It almost seemed like she wouldn't let me go. It wouldn't be possible to run away while being kissed so passionately. I mean, my whole body felt like it was melting. Miss Izuho, you're so cute. Whispering in a small voice, she finally released her lips from mine. Why? Her eyes narrowed slightly as she looked down at me, fascinated. Smiling charmingly with her wet lips, she looked super sexy. Your lips look like they're melting away, she whispered, with just a small space separating her lips from mine. I felt a chill. Because you did this to me. What do you mean? I mean, kissing. It's that you kissed me. Just by saying the word, a feeling I couldn't explain came over me. Oh, don't look at me like that. I want to kiss you again. Haha, just kidding, Miss Izuho. She laughed merrily. After a long kiss, she got up slowly. I couldn't move immediately and just looked up at her. I feel a little thirsty. After drinking something, I'm going to go to bed. Oh, my smartphone. Thank you for bringing it to me. With that, she moved towards the door, but she stopped just before it. This time, you closed your eyes, didn't you? Good night, Miss Izuho. After she walked out, I finally began to move. Staggering many times, I returned to my room, and without doing anything else, I threw myself onto the bed. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I could see Emma's new drawing, which I particularly liked, and Emma was Emma Sirzawa herself. And one more thing, I got my second kiss from her. Speaking of which, it was much sweeter than the one I got after school. This is more than I can handle. I buried my face in the pillow and floundered about. I panicked and didn't know what to do. Oh, right. Then, in this case, I'd better look at Emma's illustrations as usual. I pulled my smartphone closer to me and opened Twitter. Let's see. Emma's new drawing. Her new one. Oh, here it is. The new drawing displayed immediately was the same as the one I saw on the tablet in Miss Sierzawa's room. In her room. I was pushed down onto the bed and kissed passionately. I'm remembering it again. That was a horrible noise. To calm down, I looked at her drawings, but all it did was just make me remember what had happened in her room, clearly. Oh man, this is hopeless. Looks like I won't be able to sleep tonight. The next morning, I turned off my alarm before it went off. The time displayed on the screen, it was 6:30. I got up slowly and sighed. I couldn't sleep. This was a very important day for me, my first day as a teaching intern, but I couldn't sleep at all. I wondered if it would be okay. Anyway, I'll wash my face first, then I'll get ready. After washing my face, I walked into the living room. Good morning, Miss Izuho. Miss Sierzawa was already there. Good morning, Miss Sierzawa. I replied, doing my best to seem calm. You're up early, huh? Do you usually wake up this early? Yeah, I usually get up around this time. I went up to the table where she was sitting. She was eating something that looked like a snack food. By the way, Miss Sierzawa, what are you eating? This? It's a calorie biscuit. She held up the package so I could see. This product line is my favorite. It's easy to eat and is just the right amount. Was this all she was having for breakfast? Worrying, I kept glancing at her. Noticing my gaze, Miss Sierzawa asked, "What's the matter?" Well, I'm going to make breakfast. Do you want me to make you something? Thank you, but I'm okay. She finished the last of her biscuits, then crushed the box. You don't need to worry about me. Well, but that's not enough. You'll be hungry later. I'm fine. This is what I have every morning. Or rather, Miss Izuho. You said you're going to make breakfast, but you haven't bought any groceries, have you? Hearing her words, I suddenly remembered. That reminded me that I had come into the dormitory directly from school, so I hadn't gone grocery shopping. I guess I should go to the convenience store then. If you'd like, you can cook with my supplies. Really? Is it okay? I mean, do you have any cooking ingredients? Saying so, I subconsciously observed her. I cook dinner to some extent, so I keep some ingredients and seasonings on hand. If you want to use something, just let me know. Oh, thank you, Miss Sierzawa. Well, then, I'll use some right away. No problem. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I have to leave now. She threw the empty biscuit box in the trash can, and she started towards the door. But as she passed by me, she suddenly stopped. Huh? What? She approached me and peered into my face. Miss Sierzawa? Could it be she was going to kiss me again? I immediately took a step back. She quickly positioned herself towards me and cocked her head slightly. Miss Izuho, your eyes are bloodshot. Huh? You didn't sleep well, did you? When she spoke to me, I looked away without thinking. Of course, I had wanted to go to bed early so I could prepare for the first day of my teaching internship. But too many things had happened that night, and I was too excited to sleep. "Hey, Miss Izuho." She spoke to me as I remained silent. Well, you know, thinking about the teaching internship made me nervous and I couldn't sleep at all. That's it. Don't you have any other reason? She reached her hand out and touched my face, then muttered like looking for something. Well, yeah. It was that I found out that you were the illustrator I had admired. I hadn't expected that I would meet you this way. Yeah, that's true. I was also surprised to know that you were a big fan of Emma. Right. Because of that, I couldn't sleep. I see. So then, I'm also to blame for your lack of sleep, huh? She pulled her hand back and smiled with understanding. Well, to be honest, I had another big reason that I couldn't sleep. That was, why had Miss Sierzawa given me that kiss? A sweet and passionate kiss. Just thinking of her soft lips and her breathing reminded me, and I couldn't sleep at all. Well, I definitely can tell her that. Can't. I just laughed it off and headed for the kitchen. As she had said, there were some ingredients in the fridge. Whew. Okay, good. Thanks to Miss Sierzawa, I was able to make breakfast. What are you going to make? She asked suddenly, peering over my shoulder into the fridge. Well, let me see. French toast? As long as we have eggs, milk, and sugar, I can make it easily. I said, taking an egg and a carton of milk from the fridge. I then stood in front of the stove and heated up a brand new frying pan. With a sizzling sound, the savory smell of butter spread through the kitchen. After toasting a bit, the simple French toast was ready. It really is easy to make. See? Oh, shall I make yours now? No thanks. I'm okay for today. Still, she didn't go back to her room and watched me cooking curiously. While chatting with her, I asked her something I had been wondering. Hey, Miss Sierzawa, can I ask you something? Sure. What is it? Well, about Emma. Even saying that much made me feel embarrassed. I had always been a huge fan of her. Now, I could chat with her normally. But as soon as I thought of Miss Sierzawa as the popular illustrator Emma, I felt I wasn't worthy of her. Besides, I couldn't believe that I, just one of her fans, was living under the same roof with that Emma. I just remembered that I didn't explain it last night. As you know, I am drawing illustrations under the pen name Emma. Miss Sierzawa started speaking on her own, while I simply listened and nodded. I've always loved drawing, and I just wanted other people to see my drawings, so I started posting them online. When I found her account, she already had lots of fans. I still remember the first time I saw one of your drawings. So, how did you feel? I guess I felt my chest tighten up like I was being squeezed. My heart ached and I just wanted to keep looking at it. As I had wanted to see Emma's drawings as much as possible. I had been following her work closely since then. Is this the first time someone has said something like that to me? Oh. This is the first time someone has said something like that to me? She laughed shyly. Are you serious? Even though you get so many comments on your posts? That's right. I know a lot of people who love your drawings. It's not just me. By the way, you haven't posted recently, have you? I've just been worried about... You always updated your profile at least once a week, didn't you? So I worried that something might have happened. As I continued on, I suddenly realized it might be none of my business, huh? Just a moment ago I was thinking I wasn't worthy of her conversation, but because we were so close, I must have lost my sense of judgment. Sorry. I tend to get carried away, so... She looked down a little and began to talk deliberately. There's no special reason, I just haven't been in the mood to draw. I needed to change my mood, so I transferred to this Sierra Girls Academy this spring and started living alone here. Huh, is that so? There's no special reason, just because. Though she told me about it as if nothing had happened, she said it was a secret last night. Oh, I shouldn't ask you about that. I don't mind if you ask. As long as one of her fans, I shouldn't ask so freely about private matters. Watching me thinking myself into a pretzel, she giggled slightly. For the first time in a while, I uploaded a new illustration. I think I'm happy with how it turned out. When I walk with or touch you, I can draw smoothly, and ideas for new drawings come easily to me. Oh, really? Of course. If you'll help me from now on, it would be extremely helpful. Well, you know, I would be really happy to see her drawings, but help her? Which might mean taking a bath together, or kissing? I remembered those things, which made my cheeks hot again. My heart began to beat loudly. Miss Konami? Huh? What? Isn't it burning? Huh? Oh, God. Noticing the burning smell, I put out the fire quickly. My French toast had burned a little. Today, wow. I can't believe this happened. I never make such a mistake. Oh, really? Yes, of course. So don't worry about tomorrow's breakfast. I put the French toast, which was smelling burnt, onto the plate, with the just a little burnt part down, of course. Watching me for a while, she finally began to move and said, I'm expecting a lot from you. She giggled again and left the kitchen. After she left, I was thinking as I set out plates and a coffee cup on the table. Expecting? About what? Probably about the food, right? But what was a lot? Help her, which means with Miss Sierra again. If I started thinking about the meaning of her words, there would be no end to it. I tried to put it out of my mind, I had just one thing to think about today. If I keep going like this, I'll be late for my first day. I have to eat quickly. I stuffed my cheeks with the slightly burned and sweetened French toast. Well, that seems like a good place to leave off. Not quite as much of a cliffhanger as the last couple of times, but hey, you know, can't all be gold. Seems like a good place to stop, though. So, hope you enjoyed. Be sure to let me know what you're thinking. Predictions? She doesn't seem normal, does she? The Ema character. She seems off. Maybe she's a murderer or a robot or an alien. Who knows? Oh, I forgot the end of the episode. Thank you. You know, like, comment, subscribe. See ya. Bye.